With the precious metals market, we have been extremely busy at the shop. As a matter of fact, busier than ever. And yes, that's a blessing. It's not a bad thing, but we have bought a lot of collections, a lot of coins, a lot of silver and bullion, and that's what you're looking at here. We're going to look at some of this. We're not going to look at all of it, but we're going to look at a lot of it. I'm going to show you what we've purchased in the last 2 weeks. I mean, we've stayed up front almost every day the last 2 weeks. It's up and down, and a lot of it we've sold. This isn't all of it, but this is a bulk of what came in this week and a little bit on Friday, Thursday last week. So one of the things that I noticed here that someone brought in yesterday was ancient coin in a bottle. The Persian coins, the first mentioned in the Bible literature, paid to rebuild the temple in Jerusalem. Now, it looks like it might be a gold coin, but it actually, I don't know if you can see that, it says copy on it right there. We bought a bunch of painted peace dollar and eagles. Some of them are eagles. Half dollars. Now, these are not good investments. When you initially buy these, you pay, sometimes quadruple what the coin itself would be worth. So let's say before silver rose, this coin was worth 12 to 14 bucks. It's a 1964 90% Kennedy half. Well, they paint it up and they're going to charge you $29.95 for it. So you're going to pay, when I say triple, double anyways, more than double. And maybe even more than that, I'm not sure. I don't have the receipts to these. Same thing with the silver eagles. Basically, if they're worth $45, these are going to cost you a lot more. They can cost you up to $60-some just because they're painted. And you got the Twin Towers. Those are popular. And they're 1 ounce of silver. And then some maples with the privy marks. Now, these come from American Mint. And American Mint charges a lot more. They're retail plus. Here's another one, Twin Towers, but it's for the firefighters with the flag there. Pretty iconic. But like I said, it's just one of those marketing things where they used an event like that to make more money on the coins. Here's some more Kookaburra. I like the Australia. I like those. It's really nice. Littleton's another company. They charge extra, retail plus. You can get them cheaper. Even though the companies sell quality coins and authentic coins, you still want to be able to get them a little bit cheaper than this because you're going to pay so much for them. It's your money and you can do what you want. But I recommend not purchasing from those companies. Here's the rest in the box. We just got a bunch of it we bought yesterday. And by the way, if you see something you like, feel free to send me an email. And say, hey, do you have one of those? And I can send you an invoice with your email and you can pay it, credit card or whatever, a PayPal, whatever payment method you choose. Here is an enameled, and I've never seen one this large. This is the first time for me. This is enameled 2005, and it's not a real American Silver Eagle by the U.S. Mint. It's a private mint, but it's 1 pound. And this is a Buffalo. I think this is already listed because you got it priced. That is really cool. Sorry if I'm a little off screen or this, and I'm trying to look at that too and trying to make sure you can see my mug in there. Giant Buffalo proof. That is so cool. National Collector's Mint. It's another one. They mint, private. Like I said, being a private mint, they charge more, cost more. They have to make the dies themselves and all that. And one of these holder's really bad shape, probably busted out of that. I don't know if I can restore that holder any at all. But it's Chinese Panda. Had a silver quarters from 2004. They're silver because they're in that red background and the gray. If it was clad, it'd be blue. But melt value on these is crazy now because of the silver. The presidential dollars, the box isn't that great shape. But the coins are okay. Nice little proofs. They're into the presidential dollars. Then we had a box with some randoms. We had some silver bars and Ikes. These are 40% Eisenhowers. These come in the envelope, the blue envelope. They're called blue Ikes. These here, actually the 76s came in like a little box. And they came with the half, the Kennedy half, and then the quarter. And they're all 40%. These are the UNC versions. Then you had the proof versions. But the 72 to 74 were in blue envelopes. They were called blue Ikes. Got a Trump round. And just a few miscellaneous proofs and Eisenhower dollars. Not worth a whole lot there. Here's another one of those at 40%. That is the blue Ike there. And 68S proof, 68 cameo. So just a few things like that. And then these are very interesting and hard to value sometimes because you've got different coins in here. They're all the key dates, the 09S. The 09S VDB was in here. But what I did was I'm sending them off. I've got them in my send off to have graded. I might do the 14D. I've got to look these sets over. But these are complete sets all the way up to, I think, 58. So it has all of them in it. And with them having some cleaned and some not, and worrying about authenticity, they are sometimes a problem to purchase. Because you want to pay fair, but everybody knows if you know anything about coins and you know what you have in that holder, and you want to, you don't always know it's cleaned, and sometimes they think a dealer's trying to get one over on them because they're telling them that there's some clean things and or that there's some clean coins and they have to be careful what they pay for it. And it's not. It's the truth, though. We have to be that way. I would love to be able to say, oh, it doesn't matter, but it does matter. It's just how it is. It's a nice set. And here's a complete Indian cent collection. And like I said, some of these have issues. You can see environmental damage here. You have some corrosion on this one. It does have the 77, and you can see it right there. It is authentic. It's AG to fair too, but it is a nice coin. But you can see there's problem coins there as well. And it, like I said, it's not a lie, but you have to be conservative when you're buying. Tying up a lot of money, and you have to put all the time in to sell this. And when you look at all this collection here, there's a lot of work that needs to be done. And it's just the way it is. You have no choice. This one here's incomplete. Mercury dime. 16D, I sent it off and got it up on the website, I believe. If I don't, I'm going to. I'll take some pictures today. It's a nice little set. Has a 21D and a 21 plain, which is the Philadelphia. It's nice. And Peace Dollar. The Peace Dollar collection here. Now, a lot of these were cleaned. You're talking a collection that probably sell for around $1,500 to $1,600, and we paid $1,200 for it. But there's a lot of, problem coins in just low grade, especially the key dates, the 28 and the 21, the ones that are most desirable. The 34S is, very fine. So that's your three top coins. Now the 35 looks pretty nice, and 35S looks decent. It's not that they don't look good. It's just that you can tell that they've had some issues, just a little bit of issues with them, with each one of them. And then you got the Jefferson Nickel collection complete. Has all 11 of the silver, the 38D and S, 39D and S, and then the 50D. See it down there. But it's just an average circulated collection that you see a lot. You can really see that's one collection that comes in more than any. Is the complete Jefferson Nickels. That comes in more than any of them. And then here's Roosevelt Dime complete collection. Has all of them. All the way to 64, but this goes past 64 to some of the clatter in here too. And you got some proofs. Yeah. Then we got this short set, what they call it, because it's 41 to 47. Walking Liberty $half. That's kind of cool. So you're looking at I think right now, a lot of these is what, $19, $18, 19. I'm not sure. I haven't looked at it today. So they get really pricey now because there's just a lot more because of silver value. Then we have, I'll try to show this. It's going to be kind of hard to show when I'm using my camera here. But you've got some Canadian silver here, which are kind of cool how they're set up there. And then you have some Mercury dimes, which they're just common date Mercury dimes. You got some standing quarters. You know, it's just low grade condition, but they're decent. Looks like most of them have dates. Some more Mercury dimes. And let's see. Go through. Got Franklin halves. Look at those. Some proofs got on there. Yeah. Pretty good condition there. Some of them uncirculated too. No early proofs. The prices on here are kind of crazy. I was really surprised at that. Someone's trying to sell them, I guess. These Walking Liberty halves. Always buy 90% right now. I know .99 is a little more popular at the moment. Here's some 64s, Kennedys. Like I said, we're not going to look through all of it, but there's a lot of 90 in here. Proofs, and really the Proofs Franklins is if they're just common dates, you know, nothing back in the 50s, is pretty much just what 90% is worth. Hate to be that way, but that's how it's turned out to be now, and you used to be able to get a little bit of a premium on the Proofs. Might be able to still get another dollar or two. Then we get a lot of Eisenhower dollars, which are just clad. Worth a couple bucks a piece, some of them. Some of them maybe circulated too much to be worth more than face. And some wheat cents, you get a lot of that. A lot of wheat cents, people are asking about those. They're checking them out on their phone and they're getting their own pricing. So we got a few of those. Then there was this box, and this is all Morgan dollars. 1921, 1900. They're just circulated. I'll show you a couple here. I'll show you one that's got a few in it. I won't look at all of them, but that's what all these are. Every one of these envelopes all got silver dollars in them. But they're just your typical circulated. Some of them are coals, scratched, cleaned. You know, I think, you know, melt right now is in a $37 range. And so basically we'll pay, I like some of these, I like to pay $34 for, but I paid $35 across the board. I picked out some that were a little bit better and paid more, but it's really difficult when you're buying a bunch of this stuff in collections to pay too much because you have to wholesale some of it if you've got a few rolls. And we ended up buying a few rolls in the last couple of weeks. Here's the peace dollars. Try to show you a little bit. It's kind of hard to see these with all the reflections, but most of these are 1922, 23. There is a couple 28S's, 1924s, 25s. There's 26, I believe I saw. So there's a wide range of dates. And I looked through them, made sure there wasn't a 28 plain or a 21. Harry already knew what 21s were, so he would have picked those out. But you can see there's 28s down here, but they have an S, and they've got problems. Most of these do have problems. They're just circulated. You kind of look here, and just cleaned. You can see that. I know it's hard to see in the plastic, but you can see the feathers on the eagle that they are worn. But there's some nice ones, like this one here is pretty nice. Might be able to get that one out. Don't know how marked up it is. If it has a mint mark or not. It doesn't. So yes, these in uncirculated with mint marks, you know, any of them can be worth a little bit more, but I'll have to go through and check them out. I'm going to show them all. But we did buy some silver eagles in the back here. It's another thing. Buying a lot of silver eagles, a lot of .99. We're also selling a lot. It's kind of dead even. There's Morgan dollars, more of those. We're buying a lot of Morgan dollars, low grade stuff. There might be some in here. I don't know if there's any of these submittable, but like I said, I'll look through them But I already did look through them. I didn't see anything that stood out. There might have been one coin that might have been worth it. I think there was a 91 or something like that in here that looked like it might be AU. I have to check the mint mark and just see it. No CCs. And some of them are darker tone, not really pleasing. But I'm not going to turn down Morgan dollars. That's just something that if I can get them for the price that I have to pay for them, I won't turn them down. So that's a lot of 21s in there too. Some of them have to be separated. See the 99s as well. Or that's a 97, but there was some 99s in here, and I looked on the back to make sure that they had a mint mark or not. If they didn't have a mint mark, it'd be a key date. But look at this. I mean, you see, you got to take the good with the bad. And when you got to take the good with the bad, you got to pay, you know, the price that you're most comfortable with as a dealer. I know a lot of people are going to say, well, it's the rip-off price. Well, if that's what you think, that's fine. I mean, you can think that. That don't offend me any, because I know that in my heart that I'm being as honest as I can with the pricing, being as fair as I can with the pricing, I should say. I'm being honest, period. There's no exceptions to being honest. So 1900, 1980, $100. This is gold Belize. Got a couple of those here. It's a 2012. This is the proof set here. Take a look at it. It's got the reverse proof and the decam. It's nice. Nice little set there. It used to be real popular. And then we have some more 90%. And I wanted to show you a couple rolls here that we bought. See which one's which here. Just some rolls of typical Morgan dollars. You know, just circulated and things like that. Then we've got peace dollars. This is an uncirculated roll of 1922. Those are always fun to buy. I mean, they're not perfect. They're lower grade, but still yet they're uncirculated. Then we bought a uncirculated 1921. It's on top there. The rest of them are circulated. And we bought a bunch of graded stuff. I'm not going to go through all of these, but we're going to look at some of them. But as we see a lot of graded stuff, a lot of you have watched my videos. I do, you know, buy graded and ungraded coins as well. 1978 AU58, it's a CC. These came in the other day. I think Friday. Right at the end of the day, too. Right now, I'm currently very far out on making appointments to sell because we are so busy that it's just hard to even get anything done. It's hard to for me to do the business side and family things. So I've got to limit myself and the time that I spend with people. You know, it's just not a choice. It's just the way I have to do things. 1922, peace dollar. 82 CC, another CC. And they're all nice coins. It's a 62 CC, 78, and another 83 CC. So we've got lots of different graded coins. Some GSAs here. Got a couple of those dot boxes. They're nice. And also some of this graded quarters, not worth a whole lot, but we bought 37 3-leg. That's a good one right there. Extra Fine 45. And here's the 16D. And this is up for auction right here, this 1874. We've got all kinds of type stuff. You get over on our website and check it out. We've got these up. This is up on the site. I do have some of these up already. But here is 2263. This is what I'm going to work on getting up to some of this kind of stuff. Got some Eisenhower dollars up on the site too, some business strikes in the higher grades. A lot of these are just 63 Morgans, common dates, in these boxes here. Now, I did buy this. It's pretty interesting here. It's got some toning on. I don't know how a grading company is going to figure the toning. But we're going to take a look at it without the plastic on it. So I'm going to take the plastic off of it. All right. It's really kind of wild looking. The toning on it, can you see that? There's a little bit of rainbow, but there's purple. And it's from the wood. It's the acids in the wood. There's the gases from the wood leaching and whatever chemicals they might have used as well. But I mean, you would think they would call that natural. Boy, I'll tell you, it's just that crescent toning is really nice. This right here is kind of different. You don't see that often. Probably the first one I bought like that. Then we have some more graded coins, some modern. These are really nice. I like that. Purple Heart. My grandpa had one. He earned a Purple Heart in World War II. 1916 S, MS64 FB, 23 Extra V, State 65. And just a few others, Commems. I love the Buffalo. This is one of the best investments back in the day if you would have bought them. $75 to $100 for this in 69. 70s are worth a lot more. Have those. And this is not a legit grading company. So basically it's just an ungraded coin, commemorative. Actually, that's not a coin. It doesn't have denomination, so it's a medal. But these are. This is $1 Commem silver, 90%. And Korean. I like that. Very beautiful. Very nice. And there's more complete Silver Eagle in the brown holders. These are really popular. 86 all the way up to, I believe the last one's here is a 2024. Mint-State 69, every one of them in the same holder. That's pretty cool. And here's, okay, 2025, all the way to 2025. Put that together there. Then we have these, 2024S. It's a proof piece. And I want to repeat, if you see something that you want, just send me an email and I'll do the best I can. I might not be able to send you pictures. Well, I mean, just like I said, try to use the video for that, because I really am going to work hard to get these up on the site to sell them. I do like these. It just didn't do as well as I was hoping after 2021. So Morgan, 2021 CC. It's nice. So we got those as well. So I see the 2021s. They're all 69. The 21D is too. Still a nice coin though. Those are rarer in 70. I hope you enjoyed that. And if you're interested in anything, you can send an email if you don't see it listed at PortsmouthCoinShop.com. So thanks for watching and have a great day.